Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Morning Roast. I'm, of course, Sugar Chris, and with me is, of course, Luke, our guest
Luke,
today.
yes. Man, that's some high energy.
I know I need it
That is
today.
some high energy.
I am feeling like I could go
Some
back
high
to
energy
work,
stuff.
so I need that intro.
Gotta have that high energy. Yeah. I'm pretty low key these days. I don't have that high energy. Like all the
I,
time. Like I'm just like chill.
yeah, I know you always you at least always make me feel relaxed when I watch your stream. Anyway,
Right. And part of it's this new
nice
ASMR
calm
voice I got, right?
voice. Yeah, that
Yeah.
calm voice.
I can't talk fast and I can't talk loud. And now, it always sounds like I'm just. I should get a job as like as a DJ at like the jazz station. Up next
Smooth.
on Smooth Listening.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah.
easy listening with Luke Stone.
Yep. That'd be me.
Let's see, we've got Soul with us, of course.
Welcome.
Soul of the channel here. He says, "Welcome to the Morning Roast with a guest that loves to return, and we're happy to have him. Topics: hybrids, double feature, Fund My Comic, and the latest Trash Man news. Hail, Chris, Sim, Luke, and
Trash man. Speaking of trash, man, I got to get a new trash can.
oh yeah,
Yeah, the trash can got busted.
oh what happened to it?
I don't know. Happened before I got here.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully nobody just ran up and just took it out in a drive by there.
Yeah. Not in this town. Not in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of them. It's kind of a small town. Well, it's the big town in all of the cluster of small towns that is surrounds it. But there's probably more cattle and horses than people in probably a good 50-mile radius.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
Hmm.
We got that here.
It's not
We
bad.
actually have not too far from here somebody that raises like buffalo and bison and all there. I guess pretty cool. So you can go down there and see like the buffalo and stuff walking around. That's
Oh, that'd
pretty.
be awesome.
Um, gosh dang it! You know what? I just realized I've been sitting here eating this. I realized I never did put the sauce and stuff in it. The little packet.
Oh, the flavor? Is that
Yeah.
some ramen?
I was like, man, why does my noodles taste just plain a plain? I was in such a hurry to get over here and get this thing rolling. I didn't even put the flavor in it.
My son, he's 13 and he loves ramen. I mean, who doesn't, right? We all
Yeah.
love ramen, I think. So he'll make the ramen, but he spices it up a little bit. He adds some extra seasoning,
Mm.
things like that. And I had him make me some lunch one day, and well, he offered. He's like, "Hey, Dad, you want some ramen?" I said, "Yeah, sure." Whenever your kids poke their head in the door and ask you if you want something or if they can do something for you, you say yes. You do it.
Oh, such a rarity here.
Yeah, you say yeah, go for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they might want something later in return, but that's fine. I can. I told him I can be bribed. I have I have no problem being bribed. Well, yeah, that's why I couldn't be a cop, right? Because they're like, "Are you trying to bribe me?" No. Well, why not?
Come on.
That would work with me. That's the thing. And they're
Ain't
like,
no
"Luke,
problem.
that's so immoral." And I'm like, "Yeah, but my bank account could use it." But anyway, so he pops in. He says, "Yeah, Dad, Can I make you some ramen for lunch?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" So he comes back in a little bit later with his ramen, and I'm like, "Holy cow, this is good. What's in there?" He goes, "I added some stuff." And I go, "Well," I said, "You don't have to tell me. Maybe it's better that you don't, but this is good." I said, "But if I'm bouncing off the walls later."
Oh, we got Pale Rider. He says the song for today is "Like a Virgin." You sing it all you want, Pale Rider.
Touched for the very first time.
The question today is: did Chris actually lose weight, or did he break his? I just bought this scale. I'll have you know, Pale Rider.
What are you down to now? What are you down?
I was wrong. I told him 190. I just reweighted. It's two. I'm at 200. and I was over 200. I was like 210, 215, something like that. So I've
Well,
lost a
still,
little bit of weight since I went to the gym, since I
that's
started.
good. So I lost like 85 pounds.
Yeah.
Not the good way. Not the good way.
Yeah.
But here's what was funny. Even after that, like I was skin and bones, I still weighed 200 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. So apparently my skeleton weighs like 200 pounds.
It's got
Yeah.
you're really dense or something.
Yeah, I'm like really dense. Well, I've never really broken a bone. And, they always like, no, he's a solid kid. I guess I really am just like a dense person, right? And I guess some people are just built that way. Like they've got like a real solid skeleton. And so, I'd always thought that, having a higher weight for me I was like, man, that sucks. But I finally got up. I'm at like 260 now. That's where my doctors want me. He's like, that's a healthy weight.
Yeah.
I was wanting to be 225. They're like, I was 225 when I couldn't eat or walk. Like that was like, when I
Oh
got up to
my.
225, I was like, I looked at it, I was like, this is my target weight. And they said, this is not a good weight for you, the nutritionist. So I've given up those pipe dreams of getting down to those smaller weights. So when someone's like, I'm 200, I'm like, I'm so envious. I'll never be that. I'll never be that.
Yeah, my goal is to stay at 200. Like that was my goal, was 200, and to maintain it, and then just turn all the fat I got here into muscle, since I got like a little bit of a belly and stuff like that.
Yeah. I always see those cards where they got their superheroes on the card, and they're 6'1" and 180 pounds. They got muscles like popping out of everywhere. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm calling shenanigans. No, that ain't
Oh,
how it
that
works,
way.
man.
Yeah.
No, no, I said they're easily 250
Right.
with those kind of muscles on there.
Like they're jacked, like super jacked. Like they're pretty hefty. Like like I haven't watched enough wrestling and listened to the wrestlers talk. Like you don't weigh 180 at six something and be super jacked. They're like, oh no, I'm 200 and something
Yeah,
pounds. Like I would like to look like Jackie Chan in his prime or something like that.
yeah, yeah.
He
That's
looked
not
good.
bad.
He looked
Yeah,
really good back then.
Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that dude was fit.
Let's
Yeah,
see. Oh, Marinus is with us. Hail, hail.
welcome.
Yeah, another person who'll be happy to know I lost weight. Like they were giving me all kinds of hobblue over being fat,
Really,
not eating
that's
left,
not
right,
fair.
and everything. And then
That's not
so
fair.
I went out and I bought a scale at Walmart because I was like, I'm wondering if I've lost weight since I started at the gym. So I bought a scale there at Walmart, made a special trip because I never go there, and set it all up and weighed myself before I went to the gym yesterday. Was it yesterday or so? Yeah. I weighed 200. I was like, oh yeah, take that. Felt good.
Yeah, of course it did, man.
Yeah, nothing wrong with me.
Always
I'll eat
feels
all
good to
I
take
want.
care of yourself, man. Yeah, that's the hard part. Well, artists and writers, especially, like me, I sit in the chair here all day,
Hmm.
and the screen I'm doing this on is a screen I draw on. My drafting table's over there if I do traditional. But I'm in the chair. I mean, this is where I'm at, right? So getting up and going for a walk or doing stuff like that, it's so important because you could easily eat poorly and have this sedentary lifestyle. Yeah, and it's easier to neglect your
Hmm.
physical health than it is to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of artists. They're like, oh man, I need to start going back to the gym and this and that because I'm
Yeah,
gaining weight. I was like, well, yeah, I guess that does make
yeah,
make sense. Like you said, they're sitting around a lot
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, their drawing hand gets real strong, strong forearm. But we know what else causes that: lifting weights and stuff. That's
hmm
what does that.
yeah, yeah. Creators Outlet. Hail, hail.
Will, welcome, Will.
Hope you're doing well.
I had a little southern accent when I said Will there, didn't I? Hey, Will, how
Hey,
you doing,
wow.
brother? Yeah, I noticed that every once in a while that southern accent from being down in Florida for 9 years will creep up. And I'll be like, they're really making. So my wife got a new job at at a place here in town, and they make fun of her accent. They're like, "Oh, you sound so Southern," and I didn't notice it, but when you're living, so Jacksonville is like more like South Georgia than North Florida. I mean, it's very Southern, and Southern and country are two different things. That's what people don't understand. Where we live is country, like it's country here. Everybody's got beards, even some of the women, and everybody drives trucks.
Yeah.
It's all farmers and
Mhm.
like people they work the land and they make really good money out here.
Oh, yeah.
But down there, it's southern. We're noticing here, country people aren't super friendly, but they'll give the shirt right off their back if you need it, right? And but in the South, they're super friendly, but they don't give you any, like, you don't talk about your life, like any personal aspect of you. You'll say hi and all those platitudes and all those kind of things, but if you like ask anything, like, oh, what do you do for a living? That is none of your damn business. You know, it's kind of different. So, but we kind of got used to being, Southern and hearing the accent all the time. Very various different accents. And
Yeah,
so
you get
here,
used to it.
yeah, so here we didn't realize that we sounded Southern,
Yeah.
but we ain't country yet. No, I am. I'll have to acclimate to that, but I do love it. They got a Tractor Supply store down here,
Oh, yeah.
and everything is cheap. Like they got all kinds of everything is cheap, way cheaper here than it was down in Jacksonville.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Like, we got a Tractor Supply, like, right beside my work. And I think West Virginia is like, was it cost of living is like the second, like, lowest or something in the country.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get where you're coming from. And we're a bunch of country hillbillies, you know.
Yeah,
Like, there's got, not like it used to be. Gosh, growing up was so. I kind of miss the days of growing up because I used to grow up. You'd go anywhere and it'd just be dudes in coveralls, like most hillbilly country people you could find.
yeah.
Long beards, bad teeth, coveralls. Nowadays, everybody's cleaned up. Like, dang it, I miss my
You could
hillbilly.
always tell when someone was not from around here because they would have more teeth than the whole town combined.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah.
Soul says ASMR Studios presents. Oh, there you go,
There
Luke.
we go. I have been asked to do a couple of
Oh yeah.
voiceover things now that I was never hired to use my voice except for singing before I got for this. And now, as much as I kind of dislike this, it's the people's like, hey, would you consider doing our voiceover for us? And I'm like, why? Because you got that perfect soothing voice for it. I'm like, all right, I guess so then.
Yeah.
Why not? Take advantage of it, right?
Macaroni. Gosh dang it. This episode is not sponsored by Oodles and Noodles. Just a light snack for sure. Oh my gosh. He wants to felt at restaurants. Oh, come on. I'm hungry. Leave me alone. I've even cut back on my food. How dare you? I was eating like 25 ounces of food on my lunch break, and then I'd eat something else like later on. Now I eat like 12 to 16 ounce things and just some stuff here at home. Gosh
Right.
dang it. And they're giving me hell still. No pleasing them. Luke has an endoskeleton that is comprised by ultragravity.
Compressed by ultragravity in real time. Yeah. Yep.
He says Hornswoggle weighed 180 pounds. Yeah, probably had a couple of bricks in his pockets or something. Yeah. Scales of Walmart. Yeah. 200 pounds, you fat bastard.
You can always count on Will. I'm not sure what for yet, but you can always count on Will.
I can for something. Well, Chris, you asked for it. No, there's nothing wrong with the way I live. Leave me alone. We got Immortal Rising. Hail, hail. And we got Hojo as well.
Welcome, Hojo. Welcome, Immortal.
Welcome, welcome. Good to see you.
A good crowd today.
Walmart caters to fat people. You can't trust their scales or pant sizes.
No, honestly, you can't. You can't at all.
I do agree about the pant sizes. Yes, I bought these here. They're jogging pants because I was like, well, I need some sort of like sweatpants stuff to because it's cold out, and I'm
Yeah.
tired of trying to wear shorts and run around in the cold to get to the run up to the gym in the cold. So I went to buy these, something long legged. So I bought the size I normally wear, and I don't think they fit right because when I was like, okay, well, I'll before I go to the gym, let me try like doing a squat and stuff like that, and like when I did a squat, like half my ass hanged out and stuff. I was like, gosh, dang it!
Yeah. I went down to a 38. But of course, in Walmart pants, I'm a 32. So they make you feel good there at the Walmart. Like, you just keep it up, buddy.
Yeah,
You're doing just fine.
Yeah, I must
Here.
not be on those Walmart sizes or something.
Like, here, have another cookie.
You're doing great. Yeah,
Yeah, you're doing great, man.
eat some
Have a
more.
cookie.
Buy some more of our food. Come on.
Right, yeah. Here you go. Look, you're down a pant size. I'm sure that's wrong. No. Everything's just right here at Walmart.
Are you going to be their next like voiceover guy for
I
this?
shouldn't I? Should throw my hat in the ring for that one.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Everything's just fine.
Come to Walmart.
Here, try our cupcakes. They're good.
Go to our bakery.
Got everything you need.
Next to Letterkenny. Oh, that's a Canadian show, ain't it?
Maybe.
I think I know that show, Letterkenny. Yeah, I think that's the one my friend Billy at work always told me to go watch. I think I've seen clips of it, and it could be fun. I seen some funniness.
I think my favorite Canadian show was the Red Green Show.
Oh my gosh, I love Red Green.
Red Green's great. Yeah.
I love it.
That's when I realized that rednecks were everywhere.
Keep your stick in the ice.
That's when I realized that we got rednecks everywhere. It's not just a state that can lay claim on that. There's those types all over the world. We're global.
Says, how dare you? I'm a redneck, not a hillbilly. Well, I'm a hillbilly, not a redneck, Hojo. We'll keep separated then.
We shall declare war on one another. It will be a bloody battle. Only if we can get off the couch.
We're about ready to start feuding, Hojo. Better watch it.
I heard a comedian say he was talking about being on tour down in the South and how they eat. He said biscuits and gravy and grits. He goes, that's like homemade wet sand is what that is. He said the South will never rise again because they don't have the energy. They can't get off the couch.
Oh man, who doesn't like biscuits and gravy? That's great.
I love it. It is.
I love
grits. Oh, have you ever had cheese grits?
Yes, I have.
I never had cheese grits until I moved to the South, right? Because we don't do that up here. Grits, it's grits. Now we'll put some hot sauce in the grits. I like to put syrup in my grits. Yeah, diabetic. Go figure. Oh, it's delicious. But someone gave me some cheese grits once, man. I never had it before. And it was delicious. And I hated greens growing up, too. No one here knew how to make greens. Mm-hmm. But, down there, they know how to... I found out the trick to making a green taste good is to cook it in 4 pounds of butter and then cover it in hot sauce. And it tastes delicious.
Let's see. Thank you for FundMyComic. Thank you, Soul.
Yes, check out FundMyComic.com.
Me and Hojo's going to be like Hatfield and McCoy as he keeps up with this redneck nonsense.
Yeah.
I do not identify as a redneck. I am a hillbilly. That's my preferred pronoun, I guess. Let's see. You can always count on Chris to bring out the PJs. Well, I mean, I want to be comfortable when I do these streams, okay? You just have to accept it, souls.
That's a Wolfpack t-shirt, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
we go.
Yep. Well,
That's my boy. Yeah. It's my boys over there.
Yeah.
Figaro and I
Oh,
can't remember his name.
oh gosh, you're blanking.
I have COVID brain still. Like I'll just forget certain things. Like I'll know, but I can't find the word. Marcus.
Yeah.
I'm saying Marcus.
I
Yes.
always have a problem, Mark. I always have a problem saying his last name. Did Jetsu? Are you saying that?
Yeah. I always ignore. I can't even go there.
Yeah, I can never. I'm always
Yeah.
terrible with saying names.
But yeah, we went through that whole Liberty thing together, man. We were. It's like Band of Brothers, comic book edition.
Yeah.
We got war stories, man.
Oh Lord, that whole thing was such a mess.
It was. Like none of this was supposed to be like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, nobody needs to be seeing all that. I know. That's why I'm not wearing it to the gym. I'm gonna have to just. I'm gonna have to. I've told myself I'm gonna once a week go up to the Goodwill, see if they got any sweatpants I can buy that'll fit me.
It's seriously though. That is one way to pick up some chicks, right?
What's that?
Let your butt hang out at the gym.
Oh, I don't know.
Then when they come over to say, "Hey, your butt's hanging out," are you? I feel unsafe at the gym.
Yeah.
My body is not your property to ogle.
I will make sure to set up my camera for TikTok or whatever while I'm doing it.
Look, here, I'm going to be really honest. I'll go on the record right here on your show this morning. I am perfectly fine being objectified.
There you go.
If there's something objectifiable about me, I'm feel free. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, women, men, I don't care. Objectify me. Whistle. I don't care. It'd make me feel good about myself.
There's gonna be some beefcake Luke Stone drawings.
I was just like, thank you. I'm like, I appreciate that. I really. You don't understand what that means to me. As a middle-aged white man, who is only a fraction of what he used to be, that objectification makes me feel so good about myself.
Gosh dang it, Hosea. They
Hosea will get you that shit.
right. They do. They make my butt hang out.
Yeah.
Let's see. At some point, a noodle will get stuck in your beard. Stay there. No one will mention it, but everyone will stay there. Well, maybe. Oh, Red Shirt is with us.
Welcome.
He's such a friendly guy.
Oh, he's friendly. Yeah. So, I do get things stuck in my beard.
My dad used to all the time.
I was eating some Chex Mix. I can't remember when I was eating the Chex Mix, but I remember when I found the Chex Mix in my beard. It was I was at the end of the day. I'm going to brush my teeth, and I'm like, what is that? Like, when did I have pretzels and when did I have Chex Mix? Can't remember when I had it. So it'd probably been in my beard for a minute, and I'd been walking around like all day, going places and stuff with like stuff in my beard, and so yeah, probably pretty funny.
Will says he's a little from column A, a little from column B. That's right. He's a redneck hillbilly living in the city.
There you go.
You're just a mutant freak.
Just
I don't know what to tell you.
And I mean that in the most loving way possible. You mutant freak.
He's been calling me
mutant
the whole time
freak.
in the chat.
I love Will. He's a good guy.
Oh yeah. You got Hex.
Yeah. Hex Allen, man. I need to get over on Hex's show. I haven't hung out with Hex and I think pre-nap was the last time I was around him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Still was saying, was it yesterday or the day before? He was saying that he thinks that you're probably the guest we've had on the most. He thinks. That's what he thinks. He's like, yeah, that's been one of your most regular returning guests, ain't it? I think, yeah.
This show?
Or it might be.
Yeah, I like being on this show. It's fun.
I had you on a lot.
Like, look, at no point have we even talked about like anything of like This is like, okay, so you get in this season of shilling and talking and promoting, and you feel like you're just one big dumb old commercial, and
Mm,
that's all you are, right? And it's nice to like have a conversation. That's what I try to do with Nerd Bacon, is just make it a conversation.
yeah,
Talk about everything else, and then say, oh yeah, by the way, we're selling something, go buy it.
yeah. I try to keep it very laid back, relaxed, a nice, fun
Yeah.
interaction with the chat.
I mean,
And
you're
then
eating
let them know, like,
noodles.
hey, you've got stuff out there too. Go check
Yeah.
it out. Be sure to give it a look.
Yeah. I mean, you're
What-
eating noodles
I don't.
and
I don't
sipping
want.
coffee.
I don't want this to just turn into like a glorified infomercial. I want people to,
Yeah.
get to know you and have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people would be more inclined to check out your stuff if they're having a good time.
I agree. I
100%.
agree. Because here's the thing, I do hear a lot of people say, well, my work speaks for itself. I don't know that that's entirely true, and especially not in uh, our current culture where we are inundated with new content every day. It is hard to allow your work to stand out and speak for itself. Sometimes you have to speak for your work. You have to talk about it. But people aren't just buying your book or backing your project or using your website. They're supporting the person too, you know? I mean, that's why we decide to give certain groups or certain people our money. Because we would prefer them have it than people that don't like us. You know, or people, when they say, don't buy my book if you voted this. Fine. I have this rule on Facebook. If you unfriend me and it could be whatever, right? I don't even care. I stop reading after unfriend me and I just unfriend
Okay.
them.
Well,
I just
yeah.
unfriend them.
All right then.
Because if you're the kind of person that would create that kind of division in your life, you're going to bring that garbage to me. And I don't need that. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think there was I think one or two people on my Facebook that was like that. And I think I either muted them or I unfriended them because of that. I was like, I'm not
Yeah.
listening. If you're that hard, it was political stuff. I was like, if you're
Right. Yeah.
hard into it, like you
Yeah.
can't see, meet in the middle or have a discussion or something like that, then I'm not dealing with it. But what is this? I have to put my foot down. That noodles on stream thing has to stop. You finish that bowl and never do that again. Why? Am I making slurpy sounds or
Soul's going to
something?
keep you in track.
I can't help it. I woke up a little bit before the stream. I was like, oh man, I gotta get moving. I got stuff to do. And then I was like, oh man, my stomach started like churning. Like it was like, I need food now. I didn't even put up my microphone. Look at that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get something in me. I got to, get something to eat in me. I got to go do something. So I was like, I'll make this little bowl of ramen real fast and I'll just roll with it. Oh my gosh. Can't understand people that don't like biscuits and gravy. That's right.
Look, if you don't like biscuits and gravy, we can't be friends.
The long thinking back, Daddy. What?
I don't know where that came from, but
Okay. Yeah.
I'm inclined to agree with you.
We put butter and sugar in grits. Yeah, I do too. Yeah. That's
Yep,
usually how I do it.
the butter and sugar. Do that a lot.
Yeah.
But I'm serious, you should try it, especially if you're at the Cracker Barrel. And just put some syrup in there and stir it in. It'll change your life, I'm telling you. It'll change your
Oh,
life.
Reggio says grits are not allowed in his house.
It's only because he hasn't had them right.
Yeah, apparently. I can't imagine that. Sugar tries on sweatpants at Goodwill with no underwear. What?
Confirmed.
I never said that, Pale
I
Rider.
do believe you said that. That's what you said. Right? Maybe I heard wrong.
It's a fork. The worst I can one, yeah. It's very sunny there. It looks nice.
Yeah,
Got
it's
nice
very.
sunlight coming in.
It's actually
Yeah.
cloudy. It's not sun. It's just cloud. It's like a giant light box outside. This is great for art, by the way, and it's also great for your mood when
Yeah.
you live in a cold, flat land like this.
Yeah, I need to open up
You need
my
light, you know.
curtains a little bit in here and let some of the light in. I need some light,
I've
sunlight on me.
I've been over to people's houses where they like live like a cave. It's
Hmm.
dark. I can't do that. I gotta have light, and so I have my work environment flooded with light so I can not fall into that seasonal depression.
Uh, let's see. I had an awesome time in this show. Sosie didn't have to talk about my book.
Yeah, I think maybe he was trying to say sugar, and he
Oh,
autocorrected to
yeah,
Sepsi.
maybe.
That's my guess anyway.
We had Johnny with us. Says, "You mean I gotta be nice? That ain't gonna work. You're never
Well,
nice to me, Johnny.
yeah, you probably don't. Not Johnny. Johnny doesn't have to be nice.
You're nice by default. Bullshit. Johnny's never nice. He's always mean to me.
I
Came
mean,
in here.
if not being nice is part of your brand, then I think it's okay.
Mm. Soul says it's a visual thing. You just don't do that. This is Red Dress Press, not Sugacado Avocado. Yeah, maybe go after him before the stream out of camera.
I think he's got a problem with the tongue. So here's a problem. Like you bring the noodle up, and then you do the swipe with the tongue.
Mm.
And I think maybe because everybody does that when they eat noodles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's what bothers him
Yeah, maybe.
is how you have to eat noodles.
Don't buy my book if you don't have money in my philosophy.
Bingo.
He has lost that you soul. I am, yes. I don't know what to do on this stream when Soul ain't here. He made 30 years without me by my. That was our treaty for side. The war was over. All my windows have tinted film and blackout curtains. Yeah, my upstairs does since I work overnights. Like I have blackout curtains and stuff like that, and there's still light that comes in. I'm like, oh, I hate that. All right, let's see. All right, we really should be talking about some of Luke's new achievements because it's been a little bit since we had you on, and you've got the whole crowdfunder going.
I've been busy. I've stayed busy.
So I'll start with your website. There we got FundMyComic. Gosh, crowdfundMyComic is what I was going to say there.
FundMyComic. It's a call to action, my friends. FundMyComic.com. This is for games and comics and, well, really anything kind of related in that field. So, I thought it would be nice to have something that was a little more specific. Well, to be quite honest, this was not actually intended to be public for everybody else to use. Mm-hmm. This was going to be for me. And maybe when I found out that I could host more than myself with it and allow other people to work transactions through it as well, I decided that maybe I would let a few of my friends on. And then a few of those friends decided that I was being stingy and that I needed to look at letting more people on to be a part of it, especially in lieu of all of the shadow banning and censorship and stuff that was going on. So, so that's where we're at. That's what we're doing.
So we just got a full-on whole crowdfunded site going.
Yeah, just decided to go ahead and start a whole-on crowdfunding site. Todd and I, Redshift Comics. Of course, this was before I found out that he didn't like grits. I mean, now I might have to rethink that whole thing.
Who are you getting in bed with, Luke? Jeez.
Right.
Yeah, it's always good to see a competition and alternatives. You know.
Yeah. So far, the site's doing well. I mean, we're about 2 weeks into it now.
It
And
looks like you've already got quite a few people popping in to it.
yeah, we got a lot that is going to be launching in April. So that's pretty neat. A lot that's live right now. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. One of the things I'm really trying to fix is apparently you like robots. Because here's what we've learned. So you can make it to where your campaign video plays in your thumbnail.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, oh, that's really cool.
But
Yeah,
what we
what is
can't
this
stop
robot?
from but what we can't stop from happening is once the video ends, the user's playlist showing up, what their suggestions are
Oh,
in
that's
that
what that is?
window. So that's a suggestion for you.
Why do I getting suggestions for robots?
I don't know. Why are you getting
I
suggestions for
don't
robots?
know. That's
Yeah, those
weird.
are suggestions for you.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a neat feature, but we may, we're going to ask the users, the campaign runners, and they don't have to put that in there if they don't want to.
But yeah,
Like Quasar did not.
I do really like that little having an animated thumbnail like that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm finding a workaround for myself. I'm doing a private video that is just an animated loop that plays.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the actual trailer, but it's just
Like a
the
GIF?
animation that's looped, like a GIF, yeah.
Oh,
Because it
okay.
doesn't have to have audio. I mean, it doesn't play audio, just plays the
Mhm.
video. So that's what I'm working on there for myself.
Yeah, it
And
adds
then
more energy to the page, you know?
it
You got
does,
all
and
these
it
cool animations going
yeah,
on.
and it stands out. I think it like,
Yeah.
oh, what's that over there? It
Yeah.
gives you a chance to see kind of like that Forsaken Gods. That looks great.
Yeah. That looks really cool. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I was eyeballing that there on the I was like, yeah, that
Yeah,
was pretty nice.
that's
And,
Fresher Luke. That's Fresher Luke's project there.
okay.
But yeah, we got a lot going on there. We got a lot of stuff that is. I think we've got. Let me see. I think we have 18, 17 projects that are being edited right now.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
if
it's a good,
everything was live right
nice
now,
solid start.
yeah, if everything was live right now, I think we would be just under 40 campaigns on there. And obviously, we'd like to see more people sign up to start making campaigns. I know that there's going to be a few more people jumping in soon. We've already heard from some folks. There's going to be some higher profile creators that are going to be on there very soon as well. We're looking forward to that. We've already started doing payouts. So if you have like a continuous campaign, you're already getting paid out. So everything's processing. Everything's working well. Yeah, we have 15 running campaigns and 17 being edited right now. And of those that are technically running, I think 6 or 7 of them are actually live. Like you can actually back them now.
Yeah.
The others are in pre-launch, basically is what that is. So pre-launch is you can go and look at their campaign and kind of browse around it and see what you want and kind of mark your calendar for their launch time. So I like that feature. I wanted that feature for myself.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah, because I always wound up wanting to show off what was on the campaign before before I went live, before I hit the live button. And so I always thought, so I kept getting on streams and showing them the dashboard and everything. And I thought, man, would it just be so much easier if I could just make the campaign live but not running, like they could see it, but that it doesn't start funding until a certain time. And so that's how it's set up here. Like you just fund when you're ready to fund, but people can see your campaign. It's great.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now it gives me another crowdfunder I got to check out for books and for gifts to have on.
Yeah, and hopefully this will kind of become
Here
the
it
hub
goes.
for people that are in this world.
Pitch trail. One pitch, two trail. Calm down, Soul. We haven't
Yeah.
even started talking about hybrids yet. We're still talking about the website.
Yeah.
There ain't no pitch and trailer.
Yeah, this is what this is a this is a whole new way of doing things. So I will say this. I feel like this needs to be talked about. I get a lot of people talking about, what about traffic, they ask. And I've been running, I think I've ran over 20 some campaigns. The majority of the traffic, I'd say between 70 to 90% of the traffic that we have on our campaigns is direct. Like, we are putting it there, right? We're doing it from our mailing list, from YouTube shows like this, social media. We're directing traffic there. Even if someone goes to the website and types in the search bar. Now, did you know the website, like Indiegogo, takes credit for that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, they said, oh yeah, we directed that traffic because someone searched you in our search bar.
Yeah.
Well, no, you didn't. I directed them to the website, and they searched the campaign because they heard about it from me or one of my friends, right?
Yeah.
So we're directing we're directing it there. So that's us. At best, if the algorithms are working with us, you'll get maybe 20-25% of the traffic that you get, and the backers that you get will be from the website organically. Now, with the shadow banning and the algorithms all working against us, sometimes that is even cut out almost entirely. Having said that, yes, these websites have a lot of people going there. But additionally, what you need to understand is that only 5 to 10% is comic books and games. That's all they're really getting. Everything else is like tech and things like that.
Yeah.
So when you're on these sites, granted, even if they don't deboost you with an algorithm or shadow banning, or even outright kicking you off because they don't like your politics, that aside, you are fighting for less than 10% of the audience's attention among thousands of campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
When someone visits FundMyComic.com, they know that they're there for geek culture stuff.
Yeah.
Games, video games, role-playing games, cards, comic books, magazines, trade paperbacks, manga. You name it. That's what they're there for. Collectibles. So 100% of our audience is your target audience, right? Now, if I bring all of my traffic that is directed to my Indiegogo to fund my comic, and you bring all of your traffic that you would normally direct to your Indiegogo or Kickstarter directly to fund my comic, and everybody else does that same thing, and they say, we're gonna take advantage of all sending our flood of backers and fans to our campaign on Fund My Comic, with the expectation that we're going to be raising the tide, knowing that a rising tide lifts all ships, right? Mm-hmm. Now you have a greater percentage of people flooding this site that are all there for the same thing, comic books and games, right? So you have a better chance, if everybody works together to do that, of getting more organic traffic on your campaign than with either Indiegogo or Kickstarter or crowdfunder. I mean, it's simple. When the algorithm's not there, you create the algorithm. And so that's what I'm trying to help people understand, that it may be a small site right now, but we're allowing you to keep a lot more of your funding than what Indiegogo or Kickstarter is, or even crowdfunder. They take 5% platform fee. We only take 3%. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but 2% adds up.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's 2 cents for every dollar. For every $10, it's for every $100, it starts to add up when you're trying to, that's savings that you can add on, that you can pass on to your backers, or that you can, if you think about one of your last campaigns. So our last campaign, we raised $10,000 on Rift Riders, Indiegogo. And if we'd have kept 2% more of that, that could have gone a long way to make more books. That could go a long way, to help step into the next book. That could go a long way to be used for travel to conventions. I mean, there's a lot that can go for. And then to add another thing to the pile of the reasons why you should use FundMyComic is where the money's going. Like, you know exactly where it's going. It's going to help increase the features on the site, because everything that we add, we have to pay developers to do it. So you get some feedback, you get input on what's going on with this thing, and we add things and features based on your traffic. On when that money comes in, that's where it goes. It goes to maintain this site. Todd and I aren't getting rich from it. Boy, we would like to one day be able to pay ourselves a salary through it. But right now, it's just been a lot of investing into it because we understand that independent creators need it. They need a way to keep more of their money. They need a way to have some freedom of expression and not have to worry about falling into some trap from trust and safeties that are out there. And we know right now it's conservative voices that are being silenced, but the pendulum will swing. And when the pendulum swings, it's going to be more liberal voices that are going to be silenced. And this will exist for them too. So it's kind of for everybody, and it's a good thing for everybody. And that's really kind of what we're trying to do.
I did not. All right, I did not lie, Pale Rider. I weighed myself once. It said 190, and then I weighed myself a couple more times. I guess maybe I was leaning or something because it was at 200 now. So I'm at 200 pounds. I'm staying. I've dropped like 10, 15 pounds since I started going to the gym. So I still lost weight. The spirit of what I said was still true. I lost weight. Shut up, leave me alone. All right. Let's see. Horror Radio's here. Hello, sir. Ain't seen you in a while. Glad to have you around. Yeah, good to have you. Good to have you.
Good to have you.
Luke, I hope this catches on. Having an Indiegogo / Kickstarter alternative is needed, especially after they started that whole tips thing on Indiegogo, which ticks me off even more than sugar noodles.
Now, hey, I will tell you, we do have tips on this website, but we don't automatically put a dollar amount in there.
That's
and it's
good.
at the very top, so you know about it. But here's what happens when you tip the website. We have a featured picks section on the website. That causes, right up there, when you tip a campaign, it causes it to go up there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So within 24 hours, it'll be up there in that section.
That's neat.
Yeah, so that's how that happens. The featured picks, it happens because you tip it. And the more people are tipping the website through your campaign, the further up on the list it goes and the longer it stays there.
Oh, okay. So is there like a limit to how many featured picks there will be? Like, is it only like top 4?
Right now it's top 4. We're going to, depending on traffic, we're going to maybe do like top 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And yeah, because I had one. It was like, it wanted me to tip like $80 or something on Indiegogo one time. I was like, holy cow.
Totally unacceptable.
I think the last time I backed something, it was like $30. I was like, no. What the heck are you doing?
And I want to thank whoever tipped hybrids. We appreciate that.
At least it made more sense.
Because that stuck us up there.
Oh, Lordy. Hojo says he's hoping this takes off. He's weaning himself off Indiegogo so he can switch over to this going forward.
Well, I will tell you some cool, exciting news. Todd and I met yesterday, and we discussed Wednesday, and we discussed the future. And once we get to we've kind of got a magic number in our head that we need to meet. And then once we kind of get there, we're going to upscale a little bit. And we're going to include a mobile app.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so we're working on that. We're just trying to scale up. We don't want to go, because we've invested so much already. And some of that money we haven't gotten back because we did a pretty hefty investment with Surrendum, who we wound up having to depart from because they kept messing around with the dates and not really communicating well. So we wanted to make sure that
That's
we got
unfortunate.
this running. It is, but you run into things like that. And so we'll deal with that as time comes. But we didn't want to like go even deeper into some big things like that when we didn't have to right away.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to be a little more conservative and find out how quickly this was going to take off with people, and how people were going to get involved with it. And so far we've been very impressed by it. We've been very, very pleased. People are we're getting a lot of really good feedback. Everything is working well. We've had a couple of little bugs, but we've been able to work through those pretty quickly. And the developers are giving us some great support, and they're working with us. They kind of know what our long-term goals are, and they're helping us kind of ease ourselves into those. And so we're looking forward to it. I don't know what, I mean, this is 2 weeks in. Who knows what when I'm sitting here at 2 months or even 2 years, what it's going to be like. But
yeah, like you said, it is still a beta, so I'm sure there is little quirks you've had to iron out, as it were. And
yeah.
I feel like I've seen somewhere it was like a campaign that was like negative or something.
Yeah. So it was only affecting one campaign. It was affecting Shadow Sentry 1 and 2 Second Chance campaign. And so we looked into it. We couldn't figure out what it was. It was showing a negative amount. And we have a feature that's available to us where we can turn off the shipping being added to your counter, your meter.
Mm-hmm.
And it was working for everybody else, but something in that API something happened on that one campaign. And so what we've done is we isolated what the problem is. We have turned off that feature currently. Mm-hmm. So everything is now working properly with that campaign. And everybody else's, it just shows a higher total than what their contribution, than just the contribution that includes their shipping.
Yeah, that's weird how it worked for everybody else, and then just that one just randomly.
Yeah. So the developers are finding there's a little thing somewhere, and it can come down to too many spaces somewhere, in the code. So they're going through and finding that. As soon as they've got it figured out, they're going to let me know and we can turn it back on. So they're working on that now.
Oh, we got Pixel Trader with us.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, sir. Indiecron. Yeah. Check out Pixel Trader's Indiecron. That's right.
Indiecron is a partner here. If you guys are on FundMyComic, be sure to go and let Pixel Trader know and submit to have your stuff put on Indiecron.
Yeah.
They can track it.
Mm-hmm.
All of the right stuff is there.
Says he's launching Little Mermaid on
FundMyComic.
Nice.
It's probably going to be the first real high profile campaign, especially within the CG kind of community.
Mm-hmm.
On the platform. So I'm excited about it. Hopefully it's not the last, but yeah, I'm excited about it.
Yeah, he might get a lot of attention on it. I've seen a lot of people have been talking about that movie.
Yeah,
Little Mermaid.
And he's gonna keep a lot more of his money, than if he uses the other platforms. That's for sure.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Let's see. He says all these sites started small. That's true. Share it on social media, says Marinus. It doesn't sound like a lot. That's like $2 billion in Latino money, says Johnny.
Yeah.
Do you know how many roosters Johnny could have?
Right.
I
heard a really bad. I heard like a really naughty joke, and I want to tell it to people, but I can't. Like not on air. I can't do it on air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's too spicy.
It's way too spicy. I can't tell it on there.
Yeah, Pixel could always come on when he launches his book and stuff. Sure.
He does have a mailing list, and he's working his butt off over there.
Oh, Pascali's here. Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome, Pascali.
We're just talking about FundMyComic, a new crowdfunding site by Mr. Luke. Let's see.
And then we're going to talk about my newest campaign.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Hybrids, yes. And we got Grey Wolf Graphics with us. Speaking of
Welcome,
losing
Grey
weight,
Wolf.
I need to get back on track with his carnivore diet. Oh man, I've got. We had just the other day they always mark down the meats every day at work and all, and they had some special grass-fed St. Louis style pork, like ribs, and stuff. And I was like, ooh, those sound, and they were expensive, but they were marked down. So I was like, okay, I'm going to treat myself. So I ended up buying them, and I got them in the freezer. They're going to be for Chris on his birthday. I'm excited to try them out and see what they're like. I got to come up with a nice way to make them. I do like some pork. Let's see. Let's see what else is there. So put the link for FundMyComic again. Thank you, Soul. Pixel says he has 149 subscribers on the Merkmaid mailing list. Oh, just one more. Just one more for Pixel.
One away from 150.
Yeah. There you go. Yep, and Soul puts it in the link. There you go. Good job, Soul. Yeah,
that's going to be a really fun book. That's actually going to be launched on Arrow's 3G imprint. Arrow 3G stands for Girls, Guns, and Gore.
Like a little bit more of a mature side of.
Yeah. It's to kind of separate the content a little bit for some of our customers. I think it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah. Makes it a little easier for people to be like, oh, okay, I know what
to expect in that book. Yeah.
Sugar Rush for the tip. What tip? Get to see in the hillbilly monkey. We didn't get. Did you get that tip on this stream, Luke?
I think I did. Yeah.
Bullshit.
Well, if you refresh the page, you'll notice that Hybrids is now in the featured perks and featured picks.
Oh, let me look here. I don't know about that. I don't see it. Oh gosh, dang it! There it is.
But you do see it.
Oh no! Dang it! I guess that counts. Damn. There's the Sugar Rush up there in the corner. Oh man. What do I gotta do today now? I'm probably gonna have to sing something. Dang it. Why is every time I have you on, Luke, I get a sugar rush and I gotta do something embarrassing.
Oh.
Terrible.
Sorry.
Terrible. Let's see. And I ain't no. All right. Well, you did call me hillbilly, so you're all right. You pass on that one, Pale Rider. I'll ignore the monkey part. It's still a beta like Chris. Gosh dang it.
I like to say I'm running in beta sometimes. Yeah.
That's harsh. Harsh, Johnny.
It's okay to run in beta. That means you can make changes quickly. People expect there to be updates in beta.
Let's see. Oh, looks like Soul might have signed up. Awesome. It's a 3G I can get behind. Giggity.
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 I love that. Giggity.
So let's see.
All right.
So let's go ahead, now that we've talked about the website itself.
Yep.
Let's go into the campaign.
Here's the campaign, guys. So I'm not sure if you are familiar with Hybrids or what I've been doing here. But I've crafted a world of intrigue. Mm-hmm. Not really. I've crafted a world of fun. Yeah. In this world, there are angels, there are demons, there are aliens. We basically have mixed a Claremont era X-Men with ancient aliens and conspiracies. all stemming from a fun Bible verse in Genesis chapter 6 that talks about these sons of God or angels that saw the daughters of men and found them hubba hubba, and started having babies. Those babies are called the Nephilim, and the Nephilim have actually inspired, were the real life inspiration for the Greek gods and most of mythology. So if you can imagine how, mythology is normally just if I were to say that it was just an embellishment on something true, that's kind of what we do when we're building this new mythology in hybrids. So this is a modern mythos based on some of our ancient mythos, where it revolves around a small team of individuals, some powered, some not, who are trying to rescue loved ones that have been abducted by an organization that is abducting these. They're taking these newly powered individuals, people that develop powers overnight, and they're taking them off to God knows where. And this guy has a couple of his family members taken. And so in his attempts to try to find his wife and daughter, he starts rescuing other people, thinking that if he can stop those, maybe he can get clues to where they were taken. And so the first series is about them finding out all of the things that have gone on leading up to that point, where how people started becoming powered. It's where they learn about these deep, dark plots that exist. They find out who their main antagonist is, and they attempt a rescue that maybe doesn't go exactly as planned. In the next series, called The Killing Field, our heroes decide that they're going to try to put an end to their main antagonist, and they're going to try to put a stop to all these evil deeds that are taking place, because they find out that it's way worse than what they thought. It goes way deeper and way further than just human trafficking, that there's just a whole mess of stuff, right? So they are attempting to take him out, but they don't realize that they're being led into a trap. And so they meet on the killing field, where the second meeting of their foe goes way worse than expected. And that's where we leave this second arc, is kind of that we're telling that story. But that launches us into the third arc that's getting ready to be told here in a few months. We're actually going to start releasing new books in a couple months. But on top of those two volumes being able to be collected in trade paperback, we've also integrated a closed world. I call it closed world because it's inside of the hybrid universe, a role-playing game where you can create your own characters and jump right in and be part of the action. And we've made a book that allows you to use the same rules for creating a character that I use when I create characters in the book, because I always had an idea for a role-playing game to be involved with this. So 3 years ago, Nick Tockard and myself partnered to start making the role-playing game, and we worked on that. A couple of years ago, right before I got sick, we released the first quick play, which was a rules introduction to the system and to the universe, and that went really well. So we are finally able, after being sick for so long and coming back, to release the full core manual. And we also have a part 2 to that quick play, so you can extend that story. Plus we have some sexy Frog G dice and a neat dice tray that we have available with this campaign as well. Mm-hmm. So if you're keeping track, there's 5 different books that you can get with this one campaign. And so we're really trying to draw attention to that, because this is the first time that The Killing Field, those 4 issues, are going to be available in the trade paperback form with creator commentary and backstories and things like that. And I did do a small campaign using this platform to fund the first volume trade paperback, the remastered, with Arrow Comics, and that was successful, and so we did that. So people have been able to get that for a while as an add-on with different campaigns, and on the website it's been very popular. And so if you've missed out on that, that's also available here. So yeah, that's what we got going on. So this is we've kind of created a fully immersive experience now with the hybrid universe. So you can read it, you can play it, and yeah, it's a pretty fun thing that we got going. Pretty excited about it.
I know, like, we've got a couple folks at least in the chat that are, RPG buffs, like Mr. Pale Rider. Mm-hmm. He's certainly tabletop man. Now, I'm not. Unfortunately, I've not got to play a ton, but I got to. I've always wanted to, but never really got to. The your role playing game. I've seen some people when they do these role playing games like, oh, this is compatible with 5e, D&D, and all this stuff. Is yours like that?
No, this is our own engine called Base Plus 2. I was very adamant with Nick that I wanted something that wasn't connected with anybody else's stuff in
Okay.
case there was ever a problem.
Yeah,
I never want anyone to be like, hey, you can't do that anymore.
that makes
I wanted
sense.
something that was our own. And so he created a very rules light game. It
Mhm.
uses all the dice that you're used to. It is a very simple game that focuses most on the story and the aspect of playing the game, the creativity and the fun. You know, you don't have to be a math major to be able to play these games, and so that's one of the things that we're very adamant about. And Nick did that. He actually found I sent him all of the hybrids content that I had, and Nick might be the biggest hybrids fan out there right now.
Yeah, I might have to check this one out, and then if it and then maybe show it to my niece. She's wanting to be a DM for like D&D and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And I was trying to explain to her about how all this works and stuff, and she doesn't even really know how to play. And I'm trying to explain all of it to her. She's like, "Oh, this is way harder than what I thought.
Well,
It's so
we
much more
created this
math." And
for those people. Honestly, that's what we did. We wanted it to where you could have zero experience with RPGs and be able to sit down and play. In fact, if you take the quick play, if you just take the quick play, all you need is about 4 hours, up to four friends, plenty of Mountain Dew and pizza, and some dice, and you can literally jump right in and dive right in with little to no prep and be able to learn the rules to the game as you play. It's like we decide. Nick wrote it as a tutorial level on a video game, so that you can learn the rules as you go. It's explained to you, and it's very easy to do. Yeah, T Bunny probably is the biggest hybrids fan.
oh yeah, oh
Yeah,
there's T
yeah,
Bunny.
T Bunny probably is the
There he
biggest
is.
one.
Oh
He's the
yeah.
biggest one that isn't getting paid off of sales from anything.
Hoosier says he definitely recommends the first trade paperback of Hybrids. Yeah. So they're right there, right on live on stream, folks. We've already got a customer review. Give them the thumbs up.
I mean, I'm not trying to. I mean, I try to stay pretty humble with this stuff, but man, I've worked my ass off on this stuff. Nick worked his ass off on the game. This is as high quality as what you're going to get, I think, with most stuff with the game.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Steve Dye, that's doing all of our page formatting for us, who does Rocket Magazine. So you know that we've got good people working
Yeah.
on putting these things together. I'm doing all the art, and I still have the bestiary to draw all the characters for. So that's what I'm still working on that. But we're going to print in May, and so I should be done with the art by the end of this month on it. So, but not only that, but I've really tried to write a story that's going to be compelling. It's about the characters, and it's about the world that around them is that one kind of chaotic thing that you can't control, but each character has like what they're about and what makes them who they are, and their responses to all of this stuff creates just another level and nuance to the storytelling, because it's about these people and how they adapt. Like this guy right here, his real name's Clarence. He goes by Trash Man because that's what he was. Like he still wears the same pants that he wore in the first issue when he was. It's called Trash Day because it's a work day. It was trash day. He was
Mm-hmm.
picking up, he was just picking up garbage, and then all this stuff happened, and he wound up having powers and didn't know it. But this
Just
guy,
suddenly thrust into all of this.
yeah, suddenly thrust into all of it. But this guy, he is an atheist, or I guess was an atheist. at this
Mm-hmm.
point. But when he finds out that the reason why he's got powers is because the he's the product of ancient aliens, which were angels and humans having babies. He has to deal with the idea that angels are real and demons are real, which means God's real, but I don't believe in any of that, right?
Right.
So how am I even, like, my own existence, me, and what I am capable of doing has shot holes in my entire worldview.
Yeah.
And he has to deal with that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's kind of some of the stuff that's in the and you know, that parallels to some of our own life, right? Like sometimes we find out things and it just throws our entire worldview right out the
Yeah.
window.
Because of the very large internal conflict.
It really does. And so, but he still just does the right thing because that's who he is. He's compelled to do the right thing. And somebody asked, who's your main character? I said, well, all of them. Because I don't know how I did it, but I feel like whichever character you connect with personally, that's the one that becomes the main character for you in this series. And the only way to prove me wrong is to buy the book and tell me that I was wrong. But I think that even if you bought the book and proved me wrong, I think you'd still thank me for this. Adam Lawson got the first trade paperback before it was remastered and read it, you know, which it was obviously better after we added stuff. But he read it and he was live on a stream with me. He goes, I just read your trade paperback, volume 1. He goes, that is the X-Men that I wanted to read. And that's what I wanted to do. I remember 14-year-old Luke go into the comic book store. It was 1994. We would go to the comic book store on New Comic Book Day on Wednesday morning, especially in the summer. We'd go get our new comic books. If we had enough money, you know, we would buy new dice and stuff like that. We looked what was new with D&D and things like that. But we'd hang out at the comic book store for a couple of hours at least, you know, buying sodas and gum and sitting out on the stoop out, you know, on the entrance of the store, reading our books and talking about it. And I always wanted to be able to have that in a series. I had this idea. But not only that, then we would leave that day and go back to one of our friends' house and spend the night. We'd role play until we fell asleep. You know, we'd have these campaigns that would last for hours and hours until we fell asleep, just passed out. And I wanted to be able to create a world where you cared so much for the characters, you cared so much for what was going on, just like we did for X-Men and those, you know, all the different stories we read. I wanted to make that, but then I also wanted to make this companion thing to where if 14-year-old Luke could live in his universe and then go play the game with his friends in his universe so they could experience it with him. Yeah. That's what I wanted to do. And it's taken a long time. I'm 42 years old now, but that's what I have. This lifelong dream finally come true. So I'm trying to get people, I'm trying to introduce people to this whole hybrid universe. And I understand that a trade paperback is 144 pages, and it costs $25. I understand that's a lot of money. The role-playing game is going to be 150 pages by the time the bestiary is finished and goes to print. And that's $35 for that game system. So you got 2 trade paperbacks, each one's $25. You've got, we're adding up. You know, we're getting a lot of money in here. Yeah. And I understand that right now is a difficult time financially for people. That that maybe they can't afford that. So I've got 2 things that I'm doing right now that I'm trying to spread the word about. Number 1, I have a try it first tier. You can literally go on there, back that for $1, but don't back it just quite yet. Wait, because I got something else to add. You can back that for $1, and I will immediately send out a link to you where you can download issue 1 and issue 2 in PDF form and the first quick play in PDF form. So you can go home and you can play that. You can read the 2 books. You can hang out this weekend. It's Friday, right? It's Friday night. You can have your friends come over and you can try out the game tonight for $1. But right now, because we're focusing on the beta launch of FundMyComic, if you type in beta 2023 into the coupon code, you're going to save 20%. So 80 cents. 80 cents. That's all I'm asking for today. 80 cents will get you an introduction to the world if you've never heard of this before. That way you can try it, see if you like it, and if you do, come back and support us at a higher level. Because I honestly believe that once you get started, I'm okay, it's a little mean because it's kind of like a gateway drug. I know what it's going to do to you. I really do.
We got Johnny saying that makes succubi real. At least that's a plus.
It does make them real. It makes a lot of things real. It makes mermaids real. That was just angelic bestiality.
Well, we might have a mermaid, kind of Easter egg showing up in one of these hybrids.
Very, 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 very possible. Yes. Very possible.
I'd buy that for $1, says Saul.
You could. You could actually buy it for 80 cents. Remember, beta, BETA 2023. You can go check it out right now. But that code also applies to everything. So even like the big tier that we've got, where you get all 5 books, you get the dice set, you get the dice tray, and you get the chibi. It's $150. If you take $20 off of that, you're talking about $120. It's only $120 for all of that.
Yeah, 20% off, folks. Yeah, don't forget about that discount.
And they're like, Luke, how can you do 20% off right now? Well, because I'm using FundMyComic and I'm saving money. I do have one confession to make. I don't have to pay 3% to the platform. Because I own it.
Shenanigans. I'm going to
Twitter. But 1% of my campaign, 1% of all of my campaigns do go back into the platform to be used for upgrades, maintenance, and improvements, and promoting the site and everybody else on it.
Luke has that founder privileges, I guess.
Hojo just got a backer on FundMyComic. Yay!
Oh, nice. Well done. Awesome to hear. I'm going to go ahead and play this trailer.
Go for it.
Lockdown Games and Luke Stone's...
Hold on, let me pause it here. How do I go full screen on here?
You can't.
Oh, no.
Studios presents Hybrids, the role-playing game. This core rules to the new Base Plus 2 game engine allows you to design your own character and create your own homebrewed adventure, complete with charts, maps, and every resource needed to dive right into the Hybrids universe on your own, or continue where the quick play left off with a brand new module. Get caught up on the series with the Killing Field trade paperback. Enhanced with creator commentary and behind-the-scenes information, this special edition gives you even more value in entertainment. All this and more on Indiegogo.
I really need to update my trailer.
No, wait, no, not the other one.
It's on FundMyComic. Pasquale, about the $30. Make sure you didn't hit the decimal point. It doesn't count fractions. It because I know sometimes we do 3D, whatever. But I will look into that. That's the first. That is the first instance in which we've heard that. But
yeah, that's interesting. Weird.
No backgrounds. What's he talking about?
Says he already had contributed to Mythicals on Indiegogo, but wanted to support FundMyComic. Nice. Nicely done. But no backgrounds.
What is he talking about? No backgrounds.
Oh, does he mean in the comic?
Well, you can look at those pages. There's backgrounds there.
There's a background in that one there.
There's a background there. There's a background there. A couple backgrounds. There's backgrounds over there.
I'm not sure.
Yep, we have backgrounds.
Let's see. Make sure
some backgrounds and establishing shots mostly.
Just make sure food and rent are taken care of. That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Make sure the essentials are taken care of, Pascali. I don't want you back in the doghouse with your old lady again.
Yeah. Don't tip $30 to the website. Why can't I? Can you believe I just said that?
Yeah, what are you doing, lady?
Holy cow! I
Don't
can't believe I just said that. Wow.
get.
Hopefully Todd's not still listening.
He's gonna send you an angry email. Sugar, here's your lyrics. Oh, dang it!
I do think that a couple of other campaigns might be using that beta 2023 code as well. I think I saw that Soltac is using it right now.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
How many pages in total? Okay. So each one of the floppies was 32 pages max, but some of them had backup stories in it. The first trade paperback is 144 pages. The second trade paperback is 144 pages. And the RPG core manual will most likely be 150-ish pages. We're still working on drawing out all of the characters for the bestiary, so it's a lot of art that I'm finishing up. But that goes to print in May, so I still have plenty of time for that. And then I think it's 38. It's either 32 or 36 pages for the quick plays. So yeah, you're getting a lot of content.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a whole lot of content there.
All right, man. So that's cool. He changed it to note tip. Okay.
Yeah.
So much winning. So.
Yeah. Yeah, if anybody else tries tipping and you have a problem with that, please let us know. Go down to the bottom of the site where it says contact, and that will send a message to support. And if that becomes an issue, we'll definitely get that taken care of with the developers. But sometimes it can be, not assuming that that's what it is or anything, but sometimes it could just be user error. It could be browser error sometimes. Some browsers have a problem with the cache updating. And so sometimes there could be, little things there. But if it persists, I also ask, sometimes maybe take a screenshot for us because we provide that to our support team.
Yeah.
So that they can, that helps them tremendously if they can actually see what it did.
Yeah.
So that they can find it. Because the coding in the back end, the back end, the end behind my end, is very complicated for stuff like this. And it is from the ground up kind of stuff, which is what Surrendum was supposed to be doing for us. I had some concerns with their process long term with that. And but the group that we use, they've been doing this for a while, and it is very secure. Even if you try to hunt down the IP, like for our site, it will bounce you around through different servers, so that it keeps bouncing you, and it's different all the time. It's not always the same path, so that you can't hack the website. So I mean, they're good. They're and so I'm really happy with them. We had some differences early on, which is why we started going with Surrendum, but we were able to work through all that and get a site out for everybody that is, in my opinion, pretty nice.
Yeah.
But I'm biased.
I like the look of it. Yeah. I like it. You have this little
What do you mean the code didn't work for you, Bunny?
Oh. He's talking about for mythicals, I'm guessing here. Because he says
if you backed, no, it only if the campaign creator has opted into that. Some of them have, not all of them have. Mine has. I think Soltec has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gosh dang it, Pale Rider.
No tip.
I ain't one of
Unfortunately,
those-
you
I'm
can't
not one of
give
those
just the
West
tip.
Virginians. Let's see. Bunny has chosen Team Peter over Team Boo by sea. Marinus says, browsing through the website, I like the concept a lot. Question, what happens if the goal is not met?
A couple things. We have
Good question.
actually 3 different kinds of campaigns that you can run. You can run a continuous, which is like an in demand. And if you've already funded somewhere else, that's when we allow you to do those. That one, you set a goal, but your goal's inconsequential with those. Doesn't really matter. You're just letting your backers know, I have a goal. If I raise this much money, I'm going to do this through this continuous store. The other one is an all or nothing, which is like a fixed goal. And that one actually doesn't process the payments until the campaign has funded. If it doesn't fund, no one's charged, and it just goes unfunded. Then we have the keep it all, which is like a flexible goal. So on our keep it all goals, they will stop the campaign. It works. I mean, it just works just like what Indiegogo would in that case. So, but the difference here is you can set however many days you want, and you can extend. Now, you can only extend once with Indiegogo. You can extend a couple times with us if you like. But we're more like a boutique. So because we're a boutique, we're able to kind of serve your specific needs. So if you don't fund, or if you say, look, I shot too low on my funding goal, and I'm going to get in trouble. I need to increase this. We'll work with you. We'll actually have a conversation on if that's the best course and why it would be the best course. And if it is, then we can increase your goal for you so that you have a new goal to be met. Where you can't do that with the other ones. Once your goal's set, it's set. They probably can change those things, but they don't want to. You know, they're busy. They got a lot of people. And you're going to ask Luke, well, how can you do that, once the site grows? Let's say it takes off and you get thousands and thousands of users. Hopefully that's the case. But part of our process is going to be training people to be admins to help do those very things.
Yeah.
Now, it might take a little longer. Right now, things are happening within 24 to 48 hours. You're getting somebody back to you. I mean, once we get a couple thousand users on here, it's probably going to be more like 4 to 7 days, and before you get, for some of these things to get addressed. But most of the people that are in need of help don't need that hands-on of help. So it's working pretty good so far. But yeah, that's kind of the plan.
We got Mo here. Hey,
Biggs, what's up, man?
He says, the first thing I heard when I got here was, your goal is inconsequential. Luke sounds like a demotivational speaker.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah.
You've got, we're getting good questions, and good suggestions and everything. We got Pascal saying, additionally, you may want to improve your confirmation email to include description of support, amount, and perks selected.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. We kind of, the system sends out emails for a lot of stuff. So, we have to set up every one of those emails. And so we went pretty simple to start with. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. We can probably have somebody work on that today.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That. Oh, yeah. I seen that. So I seen Ace's new book is on here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reach out to Ace and have him on.
Yep, and I believe it's only going to be on FundMyComic, is what I've heard.
Mm.
Yep.
We got an exclusive on FundMyComic.
We've got a few exclusives coming up.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
I think Doc Quasar is only on FundMyComic right now.
Yeah, I've got him on the stream. We're gonna have him on as a guest. I can't remember exactly when.
He's trying to get some traction. His book looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for him.
Yeah, gosh, he reached out, so I said, well, sure, I'll have you on. Always good to have new folks on and check out their work. Gosh, I added a bunch of people into my StreamYard there the other day because I told I decided I'm going to open up the show to basically any day except Sunday, and just try to fit as many people in, so that way I can get as many people on as I can and stuff like that. So it's not only 2 days a week now. Takes up more of my time, but oh well. Yeah, I enjoy the conversation, enjoy helping people, and but not Sunday though. Sunday is when I pester Soul about playing a game.
There you go.
So, but yeah, so since then I've went through and had a bunch of people message me, and I'm trying to put them in the schedules when they'll be able to come in. Let's see. What's everybody saying here? Sugar, I have to say it's not easy for me to get up this early, but it's worth it to hear you sing like a virgin. Like you, I didn't promise that. You weren't even here, Mo. What are you talking about? This guy says it helps contributors track their projects when info on confirmation email. Yeah. I get that. What? You just have to use them if you like the talent or that je ne sais Quebec. Red Ships is still here. Hello. Glad to see you still here. But yeah. So I remember you said that there's like a adjustable day for how long you have, right, for ending the campaign, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because I remember somebody popping up. One of the guests I was popping up and having on, I was like, how long do you got for your campaign? I think he said like 100 days or something.
Yeah. You can set it however long you want, but in order to create FOMO, you can also have coupon codes that last only for a certain amount of time, or have certain perks that are special, rewards that only last for a certain amounts of time, but you can run it for as long as you want. I mean, that's part of that freedom, that kind of that fierce independence and freedom of expression. We've got these 3 pillars that we work off of. First, it's freedom of expression. We want to make sure that you can, create the art that you want to create. And then this fierce independence, which is, I got that phrase from my wife because she said, "You're fiercely independent." During my recovery, she was like, "You're just," because I'm kind of bullheaded. And she, kind of put that bug in my ear, and I'm thinking, that's really what I am. Even in business, I want to be able to do what I want and run my business the way that I want to run it. And if I want to run a campaign kind of low key for 100 days, I should be able to do that. I shouldn't have to worry about, running a 30 or 60. And sometimes I just don't want to play the game, I don't want to play their games.
Yeah.
I want to do it my way. And so if you want to do it your way and jump out of the chaos, then you have the ability to do that. You have the freedom to do that.
Let's see. They're still discussing how to get me to sing. Gosh. I'd rather hear like a surgeon. I actually was listening to a parody song just last night. It was one I haven't heard in a long time. It popped up in my My Mix on YouTube randomly, and I haven't heard it in many years. I was like, wow, that's random. I don't know why it decided to recommend it to me. But then I was sitting there and I was kind of singing it to myself a little bit. Let's see. Fiercely Indie, Hybrids, Double Feature, RPG, and Paperback. Yes. No way would Sugar let down all his viewers by not singing it. Everyone came here except for Doug Sparrow, at least. No, they didn't. They came here for Luke. They came here to hear about FundMyComic and Hybrids. They did not come here for my singing. Do not try to fool anybody here, Mo, with your shenanigans. Gosh. But yeah, it is quite impressive what you've done so far, Luke.
Thank you.
Setting up this whole website and doing all this stuff. That's quite the Like you said, I remember, like the investment and the hard work that goes into all that. I see you also have the Arrow bundles.
I do. Everybody that is an on the Arrow label will provide the Arrow bundles as part of their campaign, as a way of offering that out to everyone.
Who's doing the Fool?
That is Randy.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember. Old Randy. Ain't had him on. I feel like I ain't had him on in a while. I need to get him back on. I like Randy. Man is like a vaunt of comic knowledge.
Oh man, he really is.
Just
Yeah, just
listen to him. Speaking of parody songs, what's your favorite Weird Al tune? Oh man, I don't know. I listened a lot to Amish Paradise back in the day.
that was great.
I loved that one.
I don't know why. I feel like I live that now though.
Oh yeah, yeah. But then again, I also liked the original Gangster's Paradise too. But really liked Amish Paradise. That's probably it, I guess. I'd have to go back and look. Gosh, I haven't listened to a Weird Al song in ages. Yeah. Huh. Let's see. Can't even feel sympathy for you guys going home empty.
Well, while you guys were talking, I went ahead and fixed that email situation.
Oh, good.
Great suggestion. See, that's how fast we work here.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at what great customer service.
Yep. Now, on your next contribution, it will not only tell you the campaign name, but what contribution you got and the amount that you paid.
Yeah. Now somebody needs to go contribute to Hybrid.
Contribute.
So that way we can
test it. Let's test it out, folks. Come on, give us a little clicky clicky.
Yeah. Who just says this is white and nerdy? There you go. I haven't listened. I might have to go listen to some Weird Al songs now. I haven't listened to them in a long time. Let's see. Did you watch the new Weird Al movie? No, I haven't. That's what was it? Daniel Radcliffe is playing in it.
Yeah, he's playing Weird Al.
I mean, I'm actually interested in it because I heard it's like a parody kind of thing. Just like how he's does parodies. Like his Weird Al, the movie itself is like a parody. And that interests me. I wonder how much fun it is. It is one that piques my interest.
Yeah, I'm probably going to watch it.
I don't either.
Lately, I haven't had a lot of time, though, between writing and drawing. So I'm drawing Chrome Dog. I'm drawing a book for Dan Stevens called Stained Glass. I'm drawing a graphic novel that hasn't been announced yet for someone. And I'm doing my hybrid stuff, obviously. I'm doing some coloring for the Out of Obscurity anthology that will be launching soon on FundMyComic. And I am... What else am I doing? Oh, I've got some other kind of short stories that I'm drawing, like 10-page scripts that I'm going to be working on for people. All on top of doing art for my own things and then getting this website going. So, and managing it. And, when suggestions comes in, making those hits, the edits and stuff. So I don't really have a lot of time.
So do you even have time to
watch
sleep?
movies and stuff? I sleep 6 hours a night. Yeah, I sleep for 6 hours. And so I will break for dinner and to hang out with my wife and kids. I sometimes will break for lunch. Other times I just eat. I've got a refrigerator behind me, right there. So I'll use my refrigerator. I'll have a snack in there. I've got these pickles, these deli pickles that I like, and so I'll just grab a pickle because I'm diabetic, so pickles are free. You know, it's when it comes to insulin stuff, so I don't have to worry about it.
That works.
Yeah, and then but yeah, I just keep working. I stay busy, you know, and then I do a lot of these streams and stuff. So, and it's, you know, I want to promote my book. I want people to jump onto hybrids and find out about it. So yeah, definitely check out that Try It First tier. Code Beta 2023. It's 80 cents, guys. 80 cents. That's it. And I will send that out to you today, so you can get started on it. So like, Sugar, if you wanted to like send someone over, hey, you want to learn about this role playing game, this whole system, you can learn the base rules. You don't even have to make characters in that quick play. It comes with characters already. Pre-made. Super simple. So you check that out, right? So not only do I want to do that, but I want to point everyone to FundMyComic so they can see all of the really cool things that we have on that site, because I owe it to them. I mean, there's this TED Talk where it talks about, starting something, and it shows this kid that's dancing at this concert being all weird. And it's like, it's not like that guy is something, but it's that first follower that he gets. That's a big deal, and then it's like, then the next follower and all that. These guys are like my first followers. Everybody that's launching a campaign right now, they're helping this crazy guy dancing in a field create a momentum, and kind of create the movement. And so I owe it to them to push this as hard as I possibly can. If that means missing out on a couple of fun things or losing a little bit of sleep here or there, it's worth it. Because I think down the road, this is going to be a point in history that we're going to be able to mark. That says, that we finally created the alternative that we've always said we needed. And I think, it's one thing to talk. And I did a hell of a lot of talking before I had my coma. And it's one thing to talk about doing stuff. It's another thing to actually frickin' do it. Make sure on that beta 2023 that there's no space between beta and 2023. All characters straight across. But I'm real tired of just talking about stuff and not doing it. I figured it's just time to do it.
Yeah,
and
getting into action.
Yeah, just get into action with it. So that's what we're doing. And I'm really excited about the way people have been responding to it.
Mo's saying, I remember Like a Surgeon, but how did Like a Virgin go? I haven't heard it in so long. Honestly, I don't remember either.
Come on, sing it, dude. Just sing it.
I just remember the main chorus.
Like a virgin.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
Touch for the very first time.
Yeah, something time. Yeah, that's
like
all I remember.
Virgin. Feel your heartbeat next to mine.
Yeah, you remember way more than I do there.
That's it.
I just remember the like a virgin, touch for the very first time. Like a virgin. And she's like, ooh. That's it. That's all I remember of it.
New direct contribution.
Oh, nerdy man.
Thank you for that contribution. Thank you very much.
I took a look at Grey Wolf says he took a look at his green screen frame. This thing is like 20 feet wide. A green screen frame. Oh, is that what those people put behind them when they do their YouTube videos? There's like a back, and then they can put like backgrounds on them or something. I don't know. I don't know what all that's about. 6 hours. Freaking slack. But it's difficult to constant mention of Madonna. Or if you hooked on a feeling, usually works. But today I'm not sure. Oh Lord. Yeah, I mean, I could sing like "Sexy" and "I'm Homeless," but that would not be appropriate.
I'm homeless.
That's not an appropriate song for me to sing on here. Let's say, dude, Madonna looks like a Tommy knocker from the Stephen King movie now. I don't know what that is. Yeah, putting the link. Thank you, Soul. Mo says one of the pre-made characters comes with a +2 hat of homoeroticism.
Yeah.
What?
Mo's played the game.
Oh, Lord. That's what happens with plastic surgery. Better than never than always. I agree with that, Soul. Yes. Then again, that's just kind of me when it comes to that whole thing. I'm not a big fan of like makeup and stuff. I like ladies when they look natural.
Thank you for that contribution.
Oh, we got
And
a contribution?
I did. I got a contribution, and I did the code wrong.
Oh, awesome.
Damn it! All right, gotta fix it. So I'm gonna fix that while we talk, because I can multitask.
Let's see what else is saying. Thanks, sugar. Okay. Grey Wolf says he likes Weird Al's version better. Mo and Pale Rider both owe Luke. Tip his book. That's right. Thanks, Luke. Yeah. You better thank him. He's
I appreciate it.
today. Pascal says he tested $3 tip on hybrids and did the $1 deal. I'm not big into games anymore, but we'll look it over.
Thank you.
Oh, well, thank you, Pascal. Yeah. Nicely done. Well done. $3 tip on hybrids. Every bit helps, as they say.
It really does. I appreciate that.
Grey Wolf says, yes, the green screen goes over the frame, so I'd set it behind me for videos. I've got the lighting set on the way now. It should be here Monday. Oh, fancy. Yeah, that's fancy, Grey Wolf. I ain't got nothing like that. I've seen some people do certain things like that, where they had like a background and stuff. I've never had anything fancy like that. Maybe if I ever get monetized and we start making some sort of money on this, maybe I can afford to invest into green screen,
right?
All kinds of stuff.
I have a green screen, but I don't use it.
Soul says, when I see a woman with a nose job on TV or in front of me, I always have that little voice in the back of my head yelling, ew, it's so obvious. Who are you trying to fool, Missy? Don't like it. Okay. Amish Paradise rocks. Yeah, I think I know more of the actual Gangster's Paradise lyrics than I do Amish Paradise. It's been so long since I've heard Amish Paradise. But older rap, I think I know. I know some older rap songs like that. Grandmaster Flash is The Message. I know pretty much all the lyrics to that song. And a few other ones. I just got to find a place other than the kitchen to set it up. There you go. You can make breakfast and then make a YouTube video. There it works out. Saving time. You're not having to go from room to room. But yeah, I mean, wonder how I could do this. Wonder how I could play this on my stream. I could get the game manual, but then I would need a group of people who also have the game manual, wouldn't I?
No, because in there is a code. Well, actually, in that bunch, there's a PDF bundle that you can send out to everybody that actually has the players' stuff that they need. The character sheets and the maps that they would need. We've done a live play before with it, and we're gonna probably do another one soon.
Yeah, because I wouldn't mind doing like getting it and then doing a stream of us playing it. That would be fun. Or of a group of us playing. So that could be kind of fun. I might end up backing.
That'd be awesome.
Get me one of them. Because I'm interested. You said it's a whole different engine and stuff, so it plays all differently than like the others.
Yeah, it's completely. It's completely kind of self-alone, kind of self-standing.
Let's see. Sugar knows the lyrics to Gangsta's Paradise. This I got. Yeah, that one. Grandmaster Flash is. I love Grandmaster Flash. Is a message. I could, yeah, and I know the lyrics of that one. I could sing that one no problem. But Gangsta's Paradise, I know some of the lyrics. And too bad you're not hearing it now. Grey Wolf says, "What's gross to me is seeing women covered in tattoos and freaking nose rings. Years ago, the only nose rings we used was when we ringed hogs' noses to keep them from rutting under the fence." Yeah, I don't mind tattoos so much as long as it's not like a bunch of them. Or I'm not a fan of like the chest tattoos,
Oh yeah,
ladies and stuff, or face tattoos.
that tattoo that goes up the side, like along the contour,
Oh yeah,
from the hip line to the ribs.
yeah.
That's a nice tattoo. I like that one.
Hmm.
That one works nice. That one's.
Don't you start, Mo. We all know she has a favorite tattoo on a woman. Shut up, Mo. But no. And piercings, I don't mind them as much. It just depends, I guess, like what the piercing is. Like for me, it's just like if I see for me like uh, I'm not huge into short hair on women. If I had like a big like oh I'm not into it sort of thing on a lady as like short hair a lot of times I'm not super into and like a ton of makeup and stuff like that. Like I like seeing a woman natural, like what she
Yeah.
like who she really is.
Oh yeah.
Because some of those ladies like they put so much makeup on that once you wipe it off, it's like a different person. I've seen on some of
Oh
their
yeah.
things. I'm like, wow. It's a little bit is good because you want to put the work in them because you want to look nice and stuff. Sure, but some people overdo it. I think. But that's just me. All right. Let me see. But before I go and spout off a bunch of nonsense and get everybody upset with me, let's see. the few female viewers I have will now leave.
Or
Yes,
do you have any female viewers?
probably.
I get a couple.
I get one. I get a few.
They're certainly not there because my panel's pretty. Well, if I've got Pedro, maybe. Yeah.
Never know. Maybe.
Yep.
Yeah. Ouch. Sugar likes a handsome woman. What? What? Oh, there's Ice Queen. Hello, hello. We were just talking with Luke, Miss Ice Queen. He's got his own crowdfunding website called FundMyComic, and he also has a campaign on there for his comic hybrids, and also he has a tabletop role-playing game as well on this campaign you can get set in the hybrids universe. Let me see. It's a nice. It's always nice. Like I said earlier, it's always nice to see a alternative to things like Indiegogo and Kickstarter.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I'm really happy
all
to.
about competition.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be offering it for people.
And he's already got quite a few people here. Let me go back to the main page. Already got quite a few people already picked up here and jumped in on this. Put their books on the campaigns. So you do have a selection already built up, and he's only in beta. So they've just started, and he's already popped out, got a bunch of campaigns up here, hoping to get funded. It's a pretty exciting stuff to see. Even Pedro's got in on it with Tropical Magic.
Yep, Pedro's there.
He does fun animation. Like his animations are pretty cool. And I need to check out this Raid of the White Leopard. See what
That looks really good, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm gonna click on it. I want to see what this is all about. Was this the one he had on Alterna?
It might be.
He had a small thing on one of the Alternas.
That might be it. Yeah.
things. I was wondering if that. I'm gonna have to ask him. They're going raiding or something over there. That's an interesting look to it. Who did the art?
Really
Avery
does.
Butterworth.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I really like the feel of
Yeah,
that one.
yeah. It's interesting the way it looks and everything, and the vibe I'm getting from it because of the artwork. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have you on to talk to him about it. I like that there. That's cool. I like that. But let me go back. Bring it back up. Let's see what chat's saying. If it's a single one tattoo here or there, it's okay, but covered in them should be more for sailors or prison inmates, not sexy.
Right.
I think.
I think the least sexy thing that I've ever seen is a face tattoo.
Yeah.
Like that just doesn't do it for me at all. Face tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a guy yesterday, and not that I'm attracted to men, but this guy had a face. He was sitting out in his truck, and he had tattoos all over his face, and I was like, at no point, does that make me think that's, he's made wise choices.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like that has a. Just don't feel like that's a wise choice kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Like almost most of the people I've known who's had face tattoos have either been in prison at some point in time or been involved in illegal activity.
Yeah.
So
Yes. It's not. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how do you say? I mean, I also watched this thing that Post Malone was talking. He was like an interviewer asked him if he thought it was a good idea with the face tattoos, and he goes, "Yeah, I think so." He goes, "I figure, by the time I'm, ready to work at Olive Garden, they would still let me work there." And I'm like, "No, they won't. I'm sorry. They doesn't even matter that you're Post Malone. They are not going to let you work there."
yeah, they want you to be pleasant to look, presentable and pleasant to look at for their customers and stuff. Like, plus it's just gonna,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Sorry, bub. Not gonna happen. Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that. Old Seinfeld. Used to watch that all the time with Dad. I've seen every episode. That and Married with Children. Uh, uh, Ice Queen says she'll check out the website.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear. And she
Awesome.
says, "Yeah, we needed somewhere other than Indiegogo." That's right. Yes.
Well, they've been messing us around for too long, I think. I mean, just look at what they've done with the whole shadow banning thing. They're still taking your 5%. Like, what's the value of being on that site right now if you're shadow banned? 0. It does you no good. Because the only good about being on these sites, especially with everyone's argument about traffic with me, right? The only good that comes from that is that they are allowing traffic to come to you. But when they shadow ban you, they can't even search it. And after a while, Google even makes it to where, because of how the spiders, they crawl the web for all those little bots they create to find those things, those entries. They can't even find your campaign. It's ridiculous what they're doing. I'm not on board.
What if all the talent Flex Lane doesn't have a music he has him being a waiter? Then they might hire him.
Right? Yeah.
I didn't even know who that guy was until, like, what was it? I got an ad for like I don't know something about Magic the Gathering, and it was like, oh, Post Malone. I was like, I don't who. So I had to
Who?
look him up.
Post me whatever?
Yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Who's this guy? Why should I care?
There's
Uh,
not a lot of reason to care.
yeah, and then after that, I went, okay, whatever, and went back.
He's all right. I mean, yeah, he's all right. I mean, he's not great, but he's all right.
Oh, this little clicky. What's this? Oh shoot! What is this? What did I do? Oh no! I accidentally clicked the wrong button. But yeah, I do like the little animated thumbnails. That's cool.
Yeah, I like those. We've really tried to figure out how to make them to where they auto loop, but YouTube is difficult to work with.
Yeah.
So the
I
only
don't
way to
want
do
people
that
to get
is,
my recommendations. They'll get the
yeah,
wrong idea
I mean,
about me.
yeah, right. The only way to do that is if we create these really long, just video looped thumbnail videos. We put them private, and that make them like 5 or so, or make them like an hour, and then just link it to that, and then it'll play those, because no one's gonna be hovering on your page for an hour.
Yeah.
On the front page for an hour. But that's an option that people can work through, or you just opt into not having the thumbnail if you don't like that. But yeah, there's always a workaround to things like that, so we'll figure it out as a collective group.
Yeah.
But that's the fun thing. We get to make this ourselves. It's all about us, really.
Oh, we got a question from Saul. He says, I had to look at the shipping information aspect on the page, and it looks as if it's set up for national. Is international an option right now?
Yes, it should be. It should be. It defaults to U.S. shipping. But we've had Canadian addresses come in already. But that's the only ones. We've only had a Canadian one. So that's
Yeah, so international should be good to go then.
yeah, it should be good. The system says it's good to go. So
I keep wanting to sit here and watch these little thumbnails when I scroll by. Like, ooh, look at that. Movement keeps grabbing my attention. But yeah, it's good to see. Good to see this. Real good to see. Ooh, iced earth. I want to check this one out. I haven't got to actually look at Doc Quasar yet.
I like this one. I think it's going to be a good one. I've backed it already.
Yeah, solid artwork. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't actually got to sit down and look at it yet. Yeah, it looks like it's got some solid artwork there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good. Looking forward to having him on.
Yeah,
Alright.
I think the guy's got a future. I think I haven't read his writing yet, but
Yeah.
he actually didn't write this one. He had another writer that's done writing for Silverline on there, and yeah, it's pretty good. Like that writer's pretty decent. So
Yeah, I had to. I think he told me. Yeah, he told me he was only available for the weekend, so I had to. I've already got a bunch of people for Saturdays, so I had to put him back in the like April 15th or something like that. Unfortunately.
yeah, he's really trying to get some traction on his campaign. So I'm trying to spread the word out around a little bit for him. He's only running on FundMyComic, so this is his only campaign. I think it might be his first too. So
Okay, how many days? Okay, we got 17 days left on the hybrids double feature. Okay.
yeah, we may extend that out a bit, but we are combining the Indiegogo total with this total to reach the stretch goals.
Oh,
So
okay.
we still have a ways to go to get to a stretch goal, but I just didn't see the point in keep giving Indiegogo any of our money that we've raised.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to go in demand over there. In fact, we're going to be removing Rift Riders from in demand soon over there, and placing them on placing that over on FundMyComic.
Nice.
I mean, right now, I mean, we're paying Indiegogo 5% of everything we raise. So, I mean, they're getting more of my money than I want them to get. They're getting more of your money too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or everybody's money.
like you, yeah. But like this, if you back on Indiegogo, you're backing that project, but you're so it's still your money too, right? So my prices on Indiegogo have to be a little higher because I have to account for their fee, which it's not thievery. I don't think of that. I don't think they shouldn't be allowed to charge a fee, especially if they really are helping you boost your campaign in any way. Then yeah, it's reasonable for them to do that. But I don't think they need to take so much, which is why we're doing a lower platform fee. We had talked about doing 2%. We really wanted to only do 2%, but financially, as small as we can't do that right now. But we might be able to, if we could ever get there, we will do a 2% platform fee. It's not about Todd and I making money. It's about building this thing up. And if, like I said earlier, if it can eventually bring us a salary so that this can be our jobs, then by all means, we would like to work for you guys. But this is more about offering a really reasonable alternative to what's going on out there with crowdfunding.
What's people saying here? Who wants the Red Dress Chris IP? I'm tired of this insolence. You'll take it. You'll like it. I'm about to make you a star.
Fantastic.
Oh Lord.
Fan.
I don't set. I'm not. Oh my gosh, Hail Rider, you are such a pain in my backside. I need to start wrapping this up.
Yeah. It's not a
Yeah,
bad idea.
yeah, it's been over 2 hours. Daggone, yeah.
Yeah, we've had a good time.
Yeah. I always try to tell myself, like, okay, well, you going to do this for an hour. But then sometimes I end up getting carried away, I guess.
Yeah, we've really helped raise some money for. I mean, the site has only been up for like active for like 2 weeks. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Would it be Saturday tomorrow? 2 weeks ago tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and there's already people getting funding going on here.
Yeah, and people are actually already getting paid out. So we sent out our second round of payouts last night.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, so everybody do go check the site out. And then also check out Hybrids while you're at it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely check out Hybrids. We're going to send off to print in May, and we'll be sending all this stuff out in June. So very excited about it. It's it's a project that I've been passionate about for a long time now. We've put a lot of work into it. Most of the people that I really haven't had anybody read it that said they didn't like it so far. So that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to start wrapping her up because I need to run to the gym because I need to see if my key fob works because for some reason I tried yesterday and it wasn't letting me in. So I got to figure out what the deal there is and why I'm locked out of the gym. If so, it should work. I got auto pay going on.
Because you gotta get down under 200 pounds.
Something's going on. Luke, let's see. Luke figured it out. The system finds cities outside of the states, so that works. Back the mythicals with the collector's tier. Oh, there you go. So back to mythicals there.
Awesome.
That's why you use the buddy system at the gym.
Use the buddy system.
That's a baby. Shut up. All right. So, thanks everybody for joining us. Always appreciated to have everybody around.
Yeah.
Would people saw you entering that gym, they quit their memberships? God, I don't catch a break, Luke. I do not catch a break.
Never.
Guys.
Never, man. You can't catch a break for crying out loud.
But thanks everybody for joining us. You're all loved. Even Pale Rider. Luke, always glad to have you around.
Man, it's always fun to be
It's always
here.
a good stream when you're with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me here. Thanks for the feedback, guys. I really appreciate it. So hopefully I got those tokens in right in the emails so that they process better for you. And thanks for jumping on the site, backing some things today. Thanks for the support. I think I've already got everybody's email sent out with your downloads. So let me know what you think, and I look forward to helping more people. Please spread the word about the website, guys. Get people over there. The only way we can build the trust is to prove that it works, and the only way we can prove that it works is to have people using it. So we're looking forward to helping everyone out with that.
Oh Lord! All right, thanks everybody, and I'm heading out. So later, everybody.